Welcome, everyone. This is Glenda Dawson, and you're watching channel messages from the Council of Light, Council of Nine, etc., etc. I have with me part of the team who will also participate. As every week, we come here and we get channeled coordinates, and we also see different places. um, it could be in this dimension, it could be in another planet, it could be anywhere, different lifetime, etc., etc. And those are meant for us to reignite the remembrance of something inside of us, not just myself, but everyone who watches. So everyone gets the benefit of seeing what's happening, of understanding what's happening, and getting the most out of it. Um, we never know where they're going to take us. We never know um, who we're going to meet up with, if anybody. And when I say anybody, it could be a being, it could be an angel, it could be a galactic family member, it could be divine himself or herself, divine creator itself. And we just follow what they give us to bring remembrance and to hopefully raise the vibrations so that we can all somehow, in some way, contribute to the ascension of humanity. Um, Hopefully faster than later, and also to create a better environment on Earth. Because what happens on Earth affects everywhere. That's what people don't understand. Even though we are not the center of this galaxy, this universe, the sun is, or what affects us affects every single living thing, no matter where it is, what timeline, time and space, what dimension, what planet, what universe, what galaxy. It ripples out like when you throw a rock in the middle of a lake and you see the waves rippling out, and that's what it does. So what we do here affects everything. And that's something that many people do not understand or even think about, because it isn't just you, what you did or how you do it, is also who gets affected around you and who gets affected around them, and so on, so on. And not only that, but the plants, nature in general, I should state, animals in general, environment in general. We all affect each other because we're not separate, we're all united. Each cell is united to another cell, each person is united to another person, each plant is united to another plant. Air carries cells from one place to another, so everything is affected. Now, I want you to just close your eyes, get comfortable, take nice deep breaths, and then this way you go into yourself and bring yourself into a calm space, sacred space, and open for this journey. I usually say surrender, but I want you to be open to it, not just surrender. I want you to be open to it and willing to go with us and arrive at your own conclusions. Maybe you ignite the remembrance of something different than what we see, and that is perfectly fine. I was just allow the experience to take place and um, just enjoy. Take a nice deep breath again and exhale nice and slow. And now I open the floor to the other member that is here today.
Coordinates of 13, 42, 97, white. 13, 42, 97, white.
Mm. Take a nice deep breath, and if you don't know how to do this, just set the intention that you will join wherever we go. Now, leave if you get anything that you can that your experiences, please share at any point. Okay.
Grab a cough drop just in case.
The what I'm seeing first, which is kind of funny, it's a polar bear. Um, and I don't think it's the North or the South Pole, but I see it more like Antarctica. Um, but I see a white bear. And I'm going to say a polar bear because that is what I'm familiar with, but it is a white bear just walking along, minding his own business, looked at me once, gave me like a, hey, what's up? And kept going. So I'm gathering that I'm going to find more as I walk. I'm being guided to walk towards the right hand side. So I'm going to take that path. And it's very bright, by the way. Um, it's not what you would expect. It's not cloudy. It's extremely bright. Um, I granted it's basically white, everything I'm seeing because I'm seeing snow and ice, but I could see for far, far distance. Um, and out of the blue, there seems to be like those old basement doors kind of thing. Don't remember the exact name for them, but I open them up and I see steps going down.
Outdoors.
Yes, thank you. And I see the steps going down. So I'm going. And by the way, the doors are white also, so it was almost impossible to see. I almost tripped on the edge of them. Um, but I saw them in time. So uh, for those that can't see them, just know that they're there. It's just a little hard to see them because they're also white. Now, as I'm walking down, all I see is crystals. The walls are crystal, the ceiling is crystal, the the steps are crystal. Um, so that in itself is keeping everything very bright and lit because there's like a torch light every so often. And they're going down a ledge, then down again, a ledge. So it's kind of like just going into a four-stage thing where you just keep going down, but each bottom has a landing or a ledge. Then you walk down and you continue walking down. Now, for me, as I'm experiencing, the torches don't light up until I get to that ledge, and then they light up for the next section. So I don't know how far down this is. Um, haven't really seen anything else but a whole bunch of crystals connected to each other underground. Um, very bright and very light and reflecting the light beautifully. So there isn't much need for more than one or two torches on each section of the steps.
Deeper we go, the older the knowledge is held within the crystals that were. Each ledge leads to an older section of knowledge and
Hmm.
another section of knowledge and older and older.
Yes. Thank you. Now this is not the bottom, but there is a section now that I landed and I can see, for intents purposes, a floor. So I'm going through the passageway there, and I'm staying on that level, just to experience to see what it's all about. Um, there appears to be a, how can I explain that? A wall of wisdom, a wall where any experience you may have had or wish to have has the corresponding answer in a wisdom fashion. So whatever less you experience, the lessons you learn becomes the wisdom. And that is what that wall is holding. Each little section, it looks like a whole bunch of drawers and a shell. It's just a whole wall. And if you, what I'm gathering is if you want to gather the wisdom of what you're going through right now, what it is you need to change to be in a better place, a better condition, better spiritually. You go to any draw and it will have the wisdom you need, the direction you need to carry you to the next level of your evolution. Now, these are the experiences and the wisdom from all of those experiences from day one till now. And day one was a long time ago, not the little bit of 2,000 years that we think it's been here, but before that, all other previous lifetimes, all other previous civilizations, all other previous planets and universes and galaxies are stored in this war. This wall is made of just little tiny compartments embedded into the crystal itself. Now, there is for intents purposes, a gatekeeper or librarian that is coming in right now and is basically asking me, what am I looking for? Now, I'm not going to say what I'm looking for, but just say I'm looking for a cup of coffee. And it went to the particular drawer, took it out, took out a little drop of something, and then just put it on my crown chakra, one drop, and I got the wisdom from that particular question, the answer to that particular question in a form of wisdom, not just make a right and make a left, but why you're doing the right and why you're doing the left, and why is it that you're there, and what is the hopes that come out of it. And then there's also, from what I understand from this being, there's also times where they cannot give us the answer because we're in the midst of that lesson. We're in the midst of experiencing it. And the best way for humans, because we're not the smartest creature, although we think we're the most intelligent creatures in the world, we're in the midst of it, and this is the way we have to learn. We got to experience in order to get receive the wisdom. Leave, are you experiencing anything else? Or even anything different?
Just trying to find a drawer that seems to fit now.
Hmm, okay. Yes, because why not? You're there, you might as well go for it, right? That's the way I always say it. They're giving you the opportunity to see this wall and experience this wall. Might as well ask those awkward questions that you've been wondering about and get the wisdom, if you can, out of it. Um, Now, this being is, there is no real face, there is no real eyes. It's just a it's just energy, but it's luminescent energy, kind of like uh, the a pearl or inside of a shell, where it's just all kinds of different colors, but pearly, whitish looking at the same time. And that is what it looks like. Um, I'm going to say he, only because that's what I'm feeling, more of a divine male energy. But that's really just for our sake, for the human mind, not in reality, because many light beings are not female or male, they're both. And they choose which side to show you depending on you, basically, or what your needs are for that moment. Um, so take a moment or two, ask the being, um, which I heard Raja, Raja. That is what he's called at this very moment, Raja. So please, if you, like I said, if you have a question and you're there, go ahead, ask, and maybe the being could get you the wisdom that you need. Maybe you're right there on the cusp of releasing things and you just don't know what the next step is. So appreciate and take the opportunity. For goodness sakes, we just had all these holidays, Passover, Ostara, Easter, and it's all brand new beginnings, brand new starts, basically New Year's. So take this opportunity. Never too late to change, and it's never too late to start new, fresh, to something greater. Now, there are other rooms, but they don't seem like they want us to go to those rooms. Um, at this very moment, the only place that they're kind of pushing me towards is like a tunnel. Well, it is a tunnel, but it's still embedded into crystalline section, all different kinds of crystals crushed together. I even see specks of gold here and there, specks of silver here and there. So it's a beautiful scene. I feel very empowered, and it feels very powerful to go through this. Mm, Okay, this opens up now to a huge, um, kind of like an underground cave. You see um, the salt, crystallized salt, just coming down in different points. You see crystals uh, forming and protruding outward. So when you see this, you look all around, you could really feel the energy that this is creating. It's like being inside Mother Earth or Terra or even Gaia, being inside before we get to the lava, being inside and feeling that energy around us and letting that energy in. And it's like it, this is the energy that helps Earth maintain orbit, maintain itself. This is the energy that goes through the whole planet and gives it to the plants for them to grow and allows all living things to receive this energy. Oof.
I'm seeing a blue sapphire drawer that I've opened, and the message is uh, in order to heal the earth, in order to heal ourselves, it's all about love, folks. And that's a hard lesson for many people to learn.
Mhm,
Um, it's love that can uh, disarm hate. It can
mhm,
disarm and heal. If you come back, if you take the hate far enough, if you go back to its like original source, usually it's a wound from love,
mhm,
and trust issues around love.
mhm,
Um, but we have to overcome our fear of being hurt,
mhm,
and be willing to um, risk being hurt, and but still respond with love. With love, love is an amazing. It's a healing process. Love is a joyful process. Love can be a bit bumpy
mhm,
because we have lessons to learn, and often our loved ones have come with us on our journeys
mhm,
and have agreed to help us learn certain things. And sometimes our feelings get hurt, but that's okay.
mhm,
Uh, it's part of the love. It's part of how love. If have difficult lessons to learn and painful hurts along the way, we would never grow.
mhm,
And so we have to be willing to suffer the hurt.
mhm,
Don't dwell on it. Don't um, hold on to it, but allow yourself to experience it and then respond in a loving manner, in a gentle manner.
mhm. Exactly. Exactly. It's all about how we respond to what occurs to us or occurs around us. If we respond with love, the lesson, the wisdom that we obtain from that is greater than the wisdom we would if we didn't. And just to know that sometimes we have to admit that there were mistakes made, and we have to take accountability for what we have done and not done, and how we do it. Because sometimes our intentions are great, but the way we do things may cause more pain than healing. And it's a great, great statement you said, with love, no matter what is occurring or has occurred. What a great lesson. Okay, there is, we are asked to move to a different location now. And the coordinates, you can just again, just say you're coming with us. The coordinates are 3, 11, 13, 17, 4, royal blue. 3, 11, 17, 13, 17, 4, royal blue. Okay, I am literally on a blue planet, and it's not Earth. The sky is very different. What I see as far as the color is literally blue skies, but very different. There's 4, nope, 3 moons. There is a planet that's close enough that I almost mistook it as a moon, but it's a planet. The moons are a lot like our moons. Right now, they're full moons, all 3 of them shining brightly, and they're like in a triangle form. So it's 1 in the middle, 2 in the bottom and the sides, in a triangle form, and they seem to be traveling at the same speed, and everything's just going around. And the planet is, this planet looks big.
What's the name of the planet again?
I am trying to get that, and they're not giving it to me. Neither the planet that we're on or the planet that I'm seeing, that we're seeing. But it does have 3 moons, and that other planet is extremely big. It's bigger. Oh, okay, I just heard is 4 times bigger than the Earth. So I consider that pretty big.
The ground isn't solid in the usual
No,
sense of the word.
yeah, it's kind of like memory foam. A good explanation of it. When you step on it, it just moves and goes with the groove of your feet. Um, but it doesn't sink in to the point like it's quicksand or anything like, or the equivalent of that. It's just spongy, kind of like memory foam. And um, they're buildings, but they're what we would call futuristic buildings. Very sleek, um, very tall, very shiny, like if they were silver or metal only on the outside. Um, and from what I see, I also see like um, above this ground tunnels, from one building to another. So we're out here and we're doing fine, but there is a sense that every single building is connected through tunnels, but above the ground tunnels. So passageways. I don't see any cars. I do see within the tunnel. Um, hmm,
Rather interesting. I put my hand on what appeared to be a wall and just kind of moved my hand across and a cupboard door opened up. Um,
there it is. There it is.
so it's like solid and not solid, sort of.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, it it shelters you from the external world, the
Yes.
walls, but
Yes.
on the one hand, but on the other hand, there aren't doors per se. If you want to go out, you just walk through the wall.
Right. 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 Oh.
And yet there's protection when you're
Mm-hmm.
on the inside, you are protected from the elements of whatever kind of weather is on that planet.
Right. Right. Oh. Oof. Let's see. What else? What else do I see? What else do I see here? Hmm. Oh boy. It's very, very hard to um, it it's funny because everything is transparent, but not really.
Yes, everything is appears the walls appear to be walls until you want to open a door, and then there's a space to walk through, or
Mm-hmm.
a cupboard to open, or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yes, exactly. It's a whole bunch of hidden little compartments and hidden doorways and hidden uh, exit ways, and it's just it conforms to what you need. That's what I'm seeing.
Yes, yes. If you need something, you will either you will happen to walk into a particular area of the
Mm-hmm.
indoors, and it'll be there for you. Um, it, um, I don't know how to.
Yeah, it's like
It's
say,
it's almost like you're looking for something, and somehow you're drawn to a particular section, and there that thing is.
right. So like I just got to a building. I got into what I would call an elevator. Um, got off on the floor, went inside one of the, for description purposes, an apartment, living quarters. I found a doorway, went in, and then I was looking for the refrigerator because I wanted to see what, you know, drinks or whatever. And all of a sudden, I got drawn to a certain section, touched the wall, and there's a refrigerator. It opened up by itself, the whole thing. So it's like if whatever it is that you need is going to appear, but it won't be in your way. So if you're looking just to go to sleep, all of a sudden there will be the doorway to or a bed show up and you will sleep, for you to get rest. It's like it's a place where mechanism is geared to the need of the individual person because we're not the only ones there. We're humans and we're there, but there are a lot of different beings there. And what they need um, also uh, needs to um,
Also program it into whatever spot they're living at.
right,
The section they're living at is kind of programmed to meet their needs.
right, exactly, exactly. That's exactly what it is. Ah, boy. Hmm. Let's see. And it's very interesting because I went back to the hallway and I'm seeing beings of all different types. I'm seeing humans. I'm seeing hybrids. I am seeing galactics from different planets and universes and even galaxies. Um, I'm also seeing ancestors and I'm seeing uh, from all different eras. So it's like a gathering, a place where you gather, no matter who or what or when you are. And all of your needs are met just by your thoughts. Um, Now, there is one thing. In the middle of this floor, which I'm assuming all the other floors have the same thing, there is like this fountain, for all intents and purposes, fountain of the feeling of love. Hoping I'm making sense. Uh, it it's in a liquid form. It just sprouts up, but it as it does that, you feel the wave of universal, unconditional love. So it's showing you that we can get there. We really have to just learn how to let go of our insecurities, of our fears, of anything that's holding us back, and embrace the idea of love and embrace the idea of compassion and unconditional love. Embrace forgiveness. Embrace all that is instead of trying to put everything in boxes. And it isn't a 1 day thing. It isn't going to be overnight. It's a required effort that repeats itself each and every day, testing you. And you will get enlightened and you will get arise to that level of energy, of frequency, where you will start to let go of all that negative and start to embrace unconditional love. And it will teach you how not to allow others to bother you by their actions or inactions, but you will be standing tall in your own right, oozing unconditional love, and they will not know what to do with it. And the only thing that they could do is either let let you go, basically move along, or join you. And from what I understand, they're hoping that others start joining in the love movement, in the unconditional love movement. Not reacting to things, but acting in a divine creator way, because we are all divine creators in our own right, and we are all one of oneness. You have anything else to add, Leaf?
Pretty much everything that I've been getting as well.
Yes, and they are telling me, a few of them, that this could be our future, that we as humans can rise to the occasion and get there, but it is a practice way of living, not just for the one day or just learn how to do it, but you have to maintain a practice, a faith, a path of being a human that creates unconditional love no matter where they go, carries it with them, and understands that reacting to the foolishness of others only makes you look foolish as well. And by just standing in your unconditional love and your empathy, it will raise your vibrations and actually leave them behind without knowing what to do. Again, they either change or not, which is not, you should never attach yourself to their outcome because that's not your journey. But if each and every one of us raise our vibrations to the point of learning how to love without condition, learning how to do things without expecting anything back, learning how to have compassion. For those that you may say they caused their own fate, it's okay. Still have to have compassion for them and love. Not pity. Not pity. It's very different. Pity than compassion. Compassion is loving them, maybe not liking what they did, but loving them for being who they are. And pity is putting them down, looking down at them, which is not what you want to do. You want to keep them the same height as you, as humans or beings. Now, just because I can, I'm going to check what kind of fruits do they have in the refrigerator. And I did ask for any and all fruits, not just the ones that I know of. There are some interesting things in there, just for everyone's curiosity, because, I would be the one to get in trouble with doing this. Um, uh, there's fruit that if I say, oh, I want that fruit, it just peels itself, cuts itself, and shows up in a bowl for me. So that's cool. That's work for me. Um, and definitely fruits that I've never seen ever before or even heard of. So that doesn't it isn't that they don't exist on Earth, it's that I haven't experienced them. Very, very interesting. Okay, we are getting told to X-nay, to leave the premises because we're not allowed to stay there any longer since this is one of our proposed futures and we do not want to disturb the energies there. Unfortunately, we are still a little too dense for that vibration, that frequency. Is there anything else you want to add, Leave?
No, it's just we all need to work together. When there's conflict, we have to talk to each other and find out what can each person in the conflict do a little bit differently so that we don't trip over the other people
Mm.
and and to give the responding not with the anger. You might feel anger initially, but you choose your words carefully and kindly.
Yes. Yes. All right. Just take a nice deep breath. Thank you for that message. And allow yourself to slowly come back into your physical body. Slowly come down from that frequency. Taking deep, slow breaths. On the exhale, you further come into your body. And look, feel your environment, the sounds, the the smells, just the air. Take one deep breath. You're in your body now. You're back to where you originally started. Exhale. You could open your eyes at any time. You may stay there if you wish, remaining and still receiving and observing how your body is feeling now. Take a deep breath. Release. We want to say thank you for being here. Hope to see you next Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern. And as always, many blessings and hope you had great week and enjoyed your Sunday. Goodbye.